Hendrick Motorsports has been in NASCAR for 40 years and they made history. Over 300 wins and 14 Cup Series championships is pretty incredible. Even if it wasn't in a playoff format, they'll still have 14 championships. That's pretty incredible. That should tell you that Hendrick Motorsports is in the top 3 of the best NASCAR teams in the sport. With the amount of wins they keep getting, they'll be there for a very long time. But when we were at year 5 of the Gen 6 era, the team slightly decreased, but at the time we didn't know that. In 2018 was the start of something new. Alex Bowman replaced Dale Jr., Chase Elliott moved to the 9, and William Byron went up to the Cup Series in an iconic 24. We thought it would be a new era for Hendrick Motorsports, but we soon realized that the new era went to a rough start.
Chase Elliott.
Wow. Chase, poor Chase, he had nowhere to go at 41 in the wall right in front of him, and of course he plowed right into him. Think about the traction.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, good grief.
Chase Elliott.
Oh, no.
Michael McDowell.
Oh,
Martin
Truex
Truex.
at the last second.
Trials in.
Oh, he checks up a lot. Oh, that gets 11 loose underneath the 10 in Amarola.
Oh, boy, the 2 got a ton of damage. So did 48. Wow, the 48 plowed in that inside wall. There's the 6. That took out a bunch of cars, guys.
So it's Denny Hamlin that goes sideways in front of half the field.
So you see the 24 starts coming up. Look, it just seems like the air changed and allowed that 48 to just get loose.
Yeah, the 48 and the 24, I think the 24 may have gotten on the brakes and that caused his car to get loose. But I don't know what happened to Johnson.
Hamlin.
One outside from behind. Behind the Menard car, one is still outside.
Gets right up to that rear bumper and then goes to side draft that left rear. Well, I mean, that look how close he is. And it just basically that just packs air.
They have a tire rub on William Byron's car, the 24.
Yeah, I saw the right side of his car. I don't know where he got into something, but he did. He does have some right side damage.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to have to come in and fix that. He just, you can see as the, I don't know. I think that's the 48 as a right front fender. The 24 got close to the left rear, just pushed that air in that left rear and brought it around.
Oh, Ray Galding shoots the middle and makes it. Byron on the bottom.
He just gets loose underneath.
He just starts spinning out, gets into the.
Man, it just.
Oh my gosh, the car almost went over.
Just hooked. Nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of a...
Another look
Oh,
as they
boy.
catch the wall. And the 47 just got into the back of the 88. Both of them sliding into that outside wall, and then a hard contact for Allmendinger on the inside wall. You don't want to test them, but they've been tested a couple times already today.
He brings the 10 of Eric Almirola. Almirola hit the wall. Into the wall, then into the 2. The 2 goes around. The caution's going to come out again.
Caution is out. Parker down easy.
Alex Bowman collected it.
Look at that right there. You see that? The 10 car, that bump, Junior, off of 2. As soon as he rolled through that bump, that's what I think upset his car.
Got Alex in the middle on the outside. Trevor Banks. Trevor gets a little loose, but they're 4 wide here. And it looks like that Alex gets loose. Just the air around that car created that. I do not believe that the 32 of Matt DiBenedetto touched that 88. It was just where the 88 was and the lack of downforce and air and side force on that car. It just got loose and spun out. I want to know what the 78 Martin Truex Jr. is thinking right about here.
Yeah, watch how hard he has to hit the brakes to avoid all this.
We were just talking about that off air a little bit. Like, what do you do as a crew chief? Like, I'm not Martin Truex Jr. I'm like, oh, I got to stop.
You got a car spinning.
Down goes the 88 of Bowman on fire. Caution will come out again.
Here's that yellow you were looking for, guys, to give Eric Almirola the chance that he needs to be aggressive.
Yeah, 2018 through 2019 were the absolute terrible years for the three of the four Hendrick guys. The only driver that can help the team was Chase Elliott. He's the only driver to help the team make it further in the playoffs. If it wasn't for Chase, then Hendrick wouldn't make it further in the playoffs. Why did they fall? Well, it's because NASCAR went to the new model for Chevrolet. Hendrick would be the only team to count on for Chevy. After 2019, it's time for a rebrand for the Camaro, and that was when it was born. People are going to doubt every Chevrolet team to have another bad season, but then it happened.
Chase Elliott do? It has to give him a nod as far as momentum on his side.
He has the best average running position of everybody in the playoffs, Rick, so he is the hottest driver in the playoffs right now.
One of the youngest. 4 road course wins in a row. Chase Elliott's going to do it again at the Roval. He's got to make the pass or someone has to go around the 11. The final lap for Chase Elliott. Down the backstretch for the final time. Chase Elliott through 3 and 4. He is going to win his way into the championship board. Elliott wins at Martinsville.
Time for the resurgence of Hendrick Motorsports.
Checkered flag, William Byron wins in Homestead. Going to shake up the points. Going to put Hamlin to the top, Keselowski, and then Larson. As Kyle Larson wins Las Vegas. And he splits those lap cars. Harvick backs out, gets out of the way. Hamlin comes to within 2 car lengths. Final corner of 400 laps. Alex Bowman steals one in Richmond.
Alex Bowman on the racetrack today.
Checkered flag in the air. There is Chase Elliott, and he is the winner. Stretch for the final time. He's champion.
After getting suspended in 2020, Kyle Larson won 10 races, the All-Star race, and the Cup Series championship. William Byron won at Homestead and stayed consistent. Elliott won 2 road courses at COTA and Road America, and Alex Bowman won 4 races at Richmond, Dover, Pocono, and Martinsville. I'll say 2021 was a decent season as a NASCAR fan, but as a Hendrick Motorsports fan, it's a redemption and perfect. With the next gen car coming in 2022, they were a bit of a step down, but it was still good. Elliott winning 5 races, Larson winning 3, Byron winning 2, and Bowman winning 1. Yeah, it was a step down from 2021, but it was still a resurgence. 2023 was half a resurgence, but also half of the odd season. What I mean by that is that Kyle Larson won 4 races and William Byron won 6 races, but Chase Elliott missed 7 races and Alex Bowman missed 3 races, excluding the All-Star race, and they both missed the playoffs that year. But that doesn't matter, they're still going on a resurgence, and we're still waiting for Alex Bowman for winning after 2 years, and it will be amazing.